What's up, peeps? Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a great week and that you're ready for your weekly message. We're all smudged and cleared. The room smells yummy and we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, first of all, sit back, take a couple of deep breaths, just couple of deep cleansing breaths to connect to yourself and to connect to the present moment. Right? The fastest way to get present is to focus on the breathing. So do that, sit back and intend on a message. I'm gonna actually start with the charms today because I always forget about the charms, and that's like the fun part. What is this? Oh, I felt drawn to this, I think it's selenite, for positivity and good vibes. All right, so let's see what we have here. I have to dig in the bottom because remember, the good stuff settles in the bottom. All right, I don't want too many because I don't want this to be long. I don't want this to be over an hour like last week, and it took like a day and a half to upload. We get the peacock. So the peacock is the male, and he fluffs out his beautiful feathers to attract the female. So it's Friday night. Gonna be a lot of peacocks out there tonight trying to peacock their feathers to attract the women. Flamingo. It's a flamingo bird. Someplace warm. I always think of Florida when I think of this bird because you see this bird everywhere. Oh, anyway, it's tropical, I guess. We get the intuition. We get the cat. So somebody's tapping into the intuition. We get a peacock and a flamingo bird. So we got the man fluffing his feathers in a tropical place, using his intuition, is protected. Black obsidian is protected. Who wants love? Love always comes up. Who is loyal? Little doggy. Dog represents loyalty. Man's best friend. Loyal, best friend. More obsidian, but this is like a dagger. Like a little sharp, like the truth, like a sword, like the protection from the truth. Because the truth will set you free. And it set you free indeed. So go out and hug a tree. Tree provides oxygen. Trees provide beauty. So go out and go hug a tree. Yang. I think this is the yang of the yin. I don't have the yin in here, so it's only half complete. We've got something coming to an end because that's a skull. And to your medical problems, because this is a medical, it's about a shot. So that's good news, right? And the moon, excuse me. You know, I think it's a it's a smudge. It's flowing this way. I'm not mad. I like it to cleanse me. And the moon, we had a new moon in Aries yesterday. Very powerful new moon. So hopefully you put something out there for the grace. Maybe you drawing in some grace into your life. Oh, this is so cute. I love this so much. It's a little tarot card. I can't seem to pick it up though. Okay. It's a tiny little baby tarot card, and it's the strength, the sign of Leo. I don't know if you can see that. I wish this would zoom in. It's the sign of Leo. So somebody needing to work on the strength, the inner strength, and their courage and their ego. We have the moon again. So we have two moons. And I put my glasses on because all I have left are signs. Sorry, you guys. It says protected. What did I say? About the black obsidian, you're protected. What else did I say about the dagger black obsidian and the truth? You're protected. Let me tell you something. This is a big bag. See this bag? This is filled with charms around this size. So there's a lot of charms. I must have about 400 charms. There are 2 black obsidians, and I actually have the word protected written. Come on now. Somebody loves you. It says, I love you. Somebody loves you. If you're wondering, yes, they do. They love you. It says, after all the time. What does it say? After all this time. And it's a little deer. After all this time, you were always mine. The deer is about gentleness and new beginnings. And that's why you have to be gentle, because you're moving into a new beginning. And we had a new moon yesterday in Aries. It says, we're all mad here. We're all mad here. We're all a little bit crazy. We're all a little bit mad. But have faith. Have the faith. Have faith. If it hasn't happened yet, don't worry about it. Have faith. So protection is up, it seems, in this message of the charms. Love is protected. Your health is coming to the bad health is coming to an end, because we had the skull. Hold on a second, let me see the skull. Now that my glasses on, make sure it's a skull. Yep, it's a skull, and it came after the health. Bad health is ending. Somebody is speaking their truth, probably telling somebody that they love them. Probably finally having the courage. Oops, I have to press my finger down to pick this sucker up. The courage and the strength, because they let go of their ego, to say that they love you. And don't worry, you can, it's like, okay, what I just heard is, it's safe for you to express your love. It is safe for you you're protected, so don't worry. No worries, no worries. It's the worst that can happen when you express love to somebody, that they don't love you back. Well, wouldn't that set you free? If you, I had a friend that had a crush on a guy, and she just crushed and crushed and crushed and just wouldn't say anything. And I just said, isn't that torturous? To just hold that crush, and that person doesn't know it, and you want to express it, and now you're stuck in your head and your heart. The worst that could happen is that he could set you free by saying, I don't feel the same way. And guess what happened? He set her free. And you know what? It wasn't really that bad. She didn't die. She didn't, fall apart. She just knew. And information will set you free. So, whoever needs to hear that, and whatever it's worth. No, get over here. Let's start this reading. All right. What does Spirit want the seeker, the person watching this video, what do you want them to know for the week? The week ahead. Now, if you watched the reading last week, if you haven't, maybe you should watch the last 2, because the story develops week to week. We're starting with the Hierophant, higher knowledge. Look at, he's holding up his hand to the light, recognizing the light, doing a little mudra with his hand, and in this hand he's got the diploma, because he's learned his lesson or lessons, and he's passed, right? He or she, but I like to I'll say he, because I see a male figure here. Because there is the High Priestess, which is a female version of this. So I'm calling this a masculine energy, which can be a woman, because some women are very masculine. But in any case, this man is coming out of the tunnel and into the light. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel. He's got his diploma from Earth School and learned his lesson. Yes, you did. And now you can receive, what people owe you, because you've learned your lesson. You're going to be in the position to receive what's yours. Isn't that awesome? Maybe what's yours is money. Maybe, because this is the King of Pentacles. He's I think the Emperor's more the father figure. This guy's just the CEO. This guy's the boss. He's the entrepreneur. Very, very wealthy. But unfortunately, he's walking away from something. Now, in this deck, I'm going to move the smudge away. The walking away, because in other tarot decks, you kind of, you got to go by obviously how you feel before anything. But, I always go by how I feel first, and then I go by what the creator, what they intended for their meaning of it, and also the pictures and the images. The thing about this King of Pentacles walking away from something is that it's all the love cards cups that they've stacked up, and they're walking away from it. And if you look, they're all stacked nicely. Nothing wrong with those cups. They're there, but she is walking away. Okay, and then again, it's a she. I'm saying she because it's a female in the card, but it could be a masculine with feminine energy, because a masculine came up, and I'm going to say it could be one of two ways. The masculine, who's very feminine in nature, is walking away, or this is just really a female who has now jumped into the story that I'm telling here today. And the thing about this card is she's not just walking away because she's like, I'm done, I'm walking away. She's voluntarily letting go. And she's going into the bunker to be a bunker bitch for a while. And because she's going to be a bunker bitch, she's very depressed about it. So the walking away is actually very sad. It's not their choosing, but it's what they have to do. It's what that person has to do. To willfully let something go because something in them is not, it's not resonating. And we have some truth coming out. Ace of Swords, sharp truth. We saw that with the obsidian little crystal dagger. The truth is going to be like this knife. It's going to cut. But because it was formed in black obsidian in the charms, it means that this truth is going to protect you. Fucking awesome is that? And then it's going to cause an ending. The truth will cause an ending. But the thing about the ending is that the sun is rising. And you can't be sad about certain endings because life is cyclical. So things have to end if you're trying to grow in other ways. The death here it's not really bad. It's just like a baby turning into a toddler. A child turning into a teenager. That's the truth. The sneeze is confirmation. And I got it 2 times. The death is the death that it's something that you can't go back. And the best example I love to give is a baby. When a baby turns into a toddler, when a newborn turns into a toddler, you cannot make that toddler go back to a newborn. I don't care what you do, what you conjure up, or how much magic you have. You cannot make a toddler become a newborn. That's what this is saying. Saying that something that's ending is a permanent ending. It's a life cycle ending is what I'm hearing. It's a life cycle ending. And we got the devil, we got the obsession. We got the devil always wants to come and crash the party. So maybe it's the ending of the obsessions, the ending of your addictions, but whatever control, being bound by something when you're really free. Because the devil here likes to make you believe. See how these people like dangling, and he's got like these etheric cords here, but these people don't realize that this isn't real. This dangling line is an imagination, and these people believe that they're stuck by the devil when they're really free, right? They're bucket naked. They're free. So there's an ending to something that the devil represents, and it's never coming back. So if it's something toxic that you're getting rid of, trust and believe you're walking away from something toxic that's never coming back. Just in case if you wondered, would I be tempted to pick that up again, that bad habit? Would I be tempted to be around that toxicity? No, the answer is no. It's gone. It's a corpse. It's dead. Goodbye. And the Knight of Pentacles, he came up in last week's reading. He's reliable. He's steady. He's on his horse and he's moving. And that's a good thing. Oh, no. I have a charm on the table. I believe it's probably the strength one that I just read. Yeah, I'm going to put it back in the charm bag. All right. Let's see, with this Eight of Cups, walking away from something and, you know, not happily. You're not walking away happily. Because some people are happy to walk away from some certain situations, right? And some people just, you know, they leave kicking and scratching. This one is voluntarily walking away and is sad about it, but knows that the sacrifice will bring something bigger and better. I don't like this. I don't like when you jump out like that. So, and this deck is so old that the cards don't slip and they don't flip as easily as the other decks. So I have to be careful. This deck's been with me for a minute. This actual deck was my first tarot deck ever. And I started with this deck when I think it was 16. Yeah, I was 16 when I started with this deck. Not this one in particular. This was gifted to me because the original deck I had, I gave to a friend to hold, and I don't know, she felt called to give it to somebody else. So to make up for it, she bought me this deck. And this deck is acting fussy. Come on. Come on, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Judgment. Let's see. You're walking away. Yeah, because you're going to seek your judgment. You're walking away. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Judgment is good as long as your actions have been in good standing. Your karma's great. All right, I'll take these two. They flew out. We have the strength again 2 times. We had it in the charm deck, in the charm bag, the little tiny tarot card. And then we have it again here. This is the card of Leo. And I think they call it the card of Leo because there's a lion there, because it represents pride, ego, controlling your strength, you know, something that, I'm not even going to do it, but you got to learn to control your anger and your pride, because if you don't and you let that lead, it can be so destructive. And it's under the truth. Yeah. Oh, the Eight of Swords. Look at you. Burdened by all those swords. Like you can't even make a move. Look at that. You've got purity on one side, and you've got your cackling people on the other side, or your fears and your insecurities on the other side. So you've got some light and you've got some dark, and you're stuck in the freaking middle like a pickle. Oh, and that's, I hate to call that the overall energy, but it's looking like the overall energy that somebody is stuck. Somebody's overburdened and still stuck like Chuck, even though you've learned your lesson. You've got your reward for learning your lesson. You're standing in your throne as the leader, as the CEO, as the person who's got his shit together, his money, his shit together in terms of business, okay? But you're voluntarily walking away from something because you want the truth. There's a feminine energy that's walking away, be it male or female, be it a man or woman, but the feminine energy inside of them is saying, enough. I got to walk away from all these cups that I've stacked up because I'm sacrificing for the truth. And then the ending came into your life, and that meant the end of toxicity, the end of an addiction, the end of obsession, control, and it brought more stability and reliability, and it brought you back onto the slow and steady, and you're seeking your judgment, but you know, there's that whole lion from the inside that you have to learn to tame and control it. I'm going to use another tarot deck to clarify what's on the table here, because there's a lot here on this table. The only thing I'm kind of like, oh, I really wish I didn't see it, was the Eight of Swords. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Okay, I didn't ask, so I'm putting these all back. Let me get the Eight of Swords. I'm putting the Eight of Swords back. So it's double confirmation. But let me just speak on it first. Show me that. Show me clarification on the Hierophant. Okay. This one. Did you see? I can't wait to look at the video and watch how these cards fly out. But I asked for clarification on the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the higher knowledge. Remember I told you got your diploma, right? You graduated and you learned your lesson. And the lesson has to do with your life partnership. Look at that. 4 wands. Happy, 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 happy. Happy union with your divine counterpart. Not just any old person, but somebody that you are destined to be with. A lot of people don't have the patience to wait for the destined partnership. They're too hot and they want to find somebody, or they can't stand to be alone, or they just don't believe that they'll find that true match. So they take what's there. The lesson learned is don't just take what's there. Don't just take an option. Make it intentional. Make a choice. Love is a choice. Lust is an option. This is saying that somebody is making a choice. So, no, let me give me clarification on the death and the devil. Death and the devil. What do you want me to tell the person watching this? It's a tower, but it was upside down. So it looks like the tower already happened. That's probably what brought the ending, is the tower. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I've told the story about, see how this building is falling apart? Now, when the building falls apart and is in a pile of ashes, can you take those ashes and rebuild the building to make it look exactly as it was? You can't do that. That's just silly thinking, right? But it's upside down. So it's telling me that the tower, ooh, I almost dropped a whole bunch of cards. The tower is the reason for the ending. And this ending is so big, there's no repairing it. If it's the ending of something terrible, the Magician came out. If it's the ending of something terrible, then I'm going to say congratulations. I got the Magic card, but I didn't ask where I wanted that to be. So I'm going to put that back in. And I'm going to ask about this dang devil who always wants to crash the party. You know? Hate when that card comes up. Hate it. Because it's a party crasher. All right. The devil is clarified by the devil. But this devil was upside down. So I'm clarifying the devil with an upside down devil. So it's like, it's the end of control, end of a bad habit, the end of, this is the opposite of control. So it's upside down. This is about control, manipulation, maybe. That's more the Magician, but, you know, anything toxic, control, and that was ending, and I'm clarifying it, and it's saying, yeah, it's over. Wow. Both of these are upside down. I don't like that. This is the Knight of Wands. In an upright position, it's, you know, he's on a motorcycle. Man, can't get to your destination fast enough, but it's upside down, so there might be some delays in your travel. Don't freak out. There might be some delays, right? And then your direction, because the Two of Wands is like this person knows where they're going. They have the hand on one staff and the other one's on the ready, and they have the phone. They're ready to go. They have their vision. They're ready to go, but it's upside down. So you're a little stuck. Both of these, like either you have the vision and you can't move, or you don't quite have your vision and your plan yet, and that's probably what's keeping you from moving. Or other things could be just getting in the way. Sometimes the universe blocks you from doing things because you're just simply not ready. So while there's some things ending, which is good, movement is not exactly ready right now. I'm not taking that. I'm going to fix this. It's the star. I just saw the star. Show me more about this devil card. Sorry. Show me more about what's the devil ending. Strategy. Yes, the sneakiness. It's been a lot of strategy. Somebody's been, it could be that so many ways that this could go, that the end of somebody's sneaky ways. Somebody got caught. Hand in the cookie jar. End of the sneakiness. End of needing to be strategic. The ending of needing to be diplomatic when you move because you're trying to make your way without too much static. And you're making your way back to somebody you love. Right? He's bringing back the flowers to themselves, too. It's like, I always see like this person is going back to their past where they hand the flowers of love to themselves. But it could also mean somebody going back to somebody. One flew over here fast. Yep. So here we go. When I said the 2, excuse me, it's definitely the talking and the smudge. I think I'm sucking in some of the smoke. I told you we were upside down. You didn't had your vision, but just kind of stuck. Oh no. You're going to get moving. Be of good cheer. You're going to get moving. Excuse me. Sorry. What's this strength here? Because this came up twice. And I'm gonna speak on the cards. I definitely see, like when I have double messages, like, yeah. I know some readers don't pick up cards from the floor, but I know that I need to pick up the cards from the floor. So hold on. Let's see. You gotta make all the sounds too. You gotta make all the noise. Ooh, moon upside down. Secrets revealed. Information revealed. No more mystery. No more confusion. No more secrets. It's all revealed. That's a good thing. And 2 of Cups. 2 people together. 2 people coming into union. Is that the secret that's revealed? I don't know. Bottom of this deck. You can't do this to me. Really? Bottom of the deck is strength again. This is the 3rd fucking time this card is, this message. Because I've got strength on the table. I've got strength here, it's upside down. And I got strength from the charm bag. This is the only one that came upside down. So, if it's upright and it's talking about controlling the ego and strength, if it's upside down, I'm going to say that you're getting a hold of it. You're getting a hold of your strength. And because strength is a card of Leo, Leo's showing up on this reading like 3 times. It's on the bottom of this deck. 6 of Swords. Somebody who's ready, who's moving on, right? He's got all his swords in alignment. His arms across. Even though the water's choppy and the travel is difficult and the journey is difficult, he's actually kind of calm. That's one of the greatest state of mind that anybody can be in, is being calm when things are turbulent, but yet you can still move forward. That's beautiful. That is great. I'm going to tap into the Archangel Michael deck. Let's see. Somebody's still a little burdened though. So, can I get some clarification on the 8 of Swords, where somebody has all these burdens, just burden upon burden, because they need to do some energy healing work. So the burdens, and I don't think they have to do with, yeah, they do. Because I hear that these burdens over here, it's not people holding you back, it's yourself. It's your insecurities, it's your self-doubt, it's your fears, okay? That's what's holding you back. That's what's like putting you in a prison by the truth. All these swords, you're in imprisonment. But it's saying you got to do the healing. So work on your insecurities. Work on looking at your fears. Work on trying to find the source of your fears and insecurities. That's healing. Some of you may have to dig deep. I mean, you're going to have to go so far deep. When you were a child, you're going to taste the Twinkies as you start reflecting on why you feel the way you feel the way you feel. So that's if you're willing to do that work. A lot of people shy away from that. Like they don't. Healing is real. And this is why we're here. We're here on earth to heal and to help others to heal. Okay? And when you don't want to heal, I think that's tragic. I think you stay stuck in your own personal hell when you don't heal. To me, it's like going against the nature of why we're here. It's torture. Make a commitment. Make a commitment and stick to it. Don't say you're going to do something and then you don't follow through, because who do you disappoint? You disappoint yourself. When you give yourself a word and you don't stick to it, I've learned not to get angry when people don't hold their word. I just learn the character of that person and whether I can trust them or not. But when you make a commitment to yourself and you don't keep it, doesn't that hurt like 10 times worse than somebody not holding up their word? Do the healing work. It says make a commitment to your healing work. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to go to therapy and I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to eat healthy. And then boom, like 3 days in and you're already you're already backpedaling. You're already off the wagon. What's the expression? When you fall off the wagon after 3 days? Make a commitment. Give me some more about this, please. Yeah, you're going to have to go forward fearlessly because that's how you become fearless. It's not the absence of fear. It's the presence of fear, and you still persevere. You still move on. You're badass when damn, I'm scared. I'm shaking, but you're still legs shaking, but you're still taking those steps. Voices, I need to say them, and then you still say it even while your voice is crackling. You still speak your truth. Believe me, you cut through all that energy and eventually you start talking like this and then you start getting easier and then truth just flows like water. All right, give me one more over the truth. Tell me about the Ace of Swords on the table. What do you want me to know? Not me, the seeker, unless focus on perfect health. Ace of Swords. Somebody's going to have to talk about their health. And in the charms, remember we had the death and then we had the little medical, like the little shot? The truth is about somebody facing their physical and mental condition. Wow. Let me do this. Two of the hardest things to do. See the bottom of this deck. To face yourself like that. To take a look at your health. To own your health. And to want it to be divine and perfect. Because if you have divine and perfect health, you know what you are? You're a rich man indeed. Because all the money in the bank is not going to help you when you have 3 months to live. Or when you carry a condition that you have to take care of that may keep you from doing the things that you love. I pray that the person watching works on, makes a commitment to, stands in their truth for divine and perfect health. Because when you have this, you have everything. You and your loved ones are safe. That's why we had the black obsidian. That's why we had it 2 times. We had it in the stone and we had it in a sword. You're safe. What are you worried about? You're tuning in to get some messages. You're safe. There's your message. Let's go to, I love this one. This deck is made, it's lessons, about today's lessons. And I love it. I'm getting chills as I'm opening this deck. Wow, that's interesting. I'm getting the chills all around here and around here. And maybe because, I don't know, I really love Caroline Myss. It's Caroline Myss, Myss. She is one of my I would say top 5 spiritual teachers. I've seen her twice. I went to Grappalo when she was there and Omega Institute, and I actually got to give her a gift. I gave her a Herkimer diamond, and I wrote just a heartfelt note and a card to her. And you know what I love the most about giving her that gift? It was like the last day, and people of course lining up to have the book signed and stuff, and I didn't want to hang around or something, but I just said, I have a gift for you. There was another woman, I don't think that she's watching this because, I mean, this was years ago, and another woman drew a piece of art for her, like a big canvas, and she wanted to give it to her, and she said, no, I cannot receive that. I don't blame her because the woman's energy was very desperate. And then I thought, oh my God, she's not going to take my gift. How could she? I want to give this to her because she's helped me in my spiritual transformation in ways that I can't even, there's not enough gratitude. I can't even express my gratitude enough to her for what she did for my life. She changed my life. So here I had this Herkimer diamond all wrapped up in this pink little see-through cute little gift bag, and I looked, I said, I have a gift for you too. And she goes, I will receive your gift. Maybe that's why I'm getting chills, because I remember that moment thinking, you know, like her taking my gift was a gift to me. Caroline Mace, M-Y-S-S, Google her. But you better buckle your spiritual seatbelt if you listen to this woman, because she has a lot to say. She doesn't apologize for how she says it. She's brilliant. She's one of the most brilliant women in the world. So what does she have to say about this divine and perfect health? Practice visualizing divine and perfect health. Visualize your chakras all lining up so that you can be balanced. But practice visualization. Here's the key to manifesting. It's in your vision. It has to, anything that you create in this earth, the earthly realm, all starts in your mind. Because the mind is a tool, not to run your life, because if you let the mind control you, then you don't have control of your life, right? But the mind is a tool, just like the ego. The ego is a tool. It starts here before it comes out of you. Because how else are you going to be inspired? You know, it's all come from the inside. Inspiration starts within. I-N comes from the inside. Use your visualization. It's powerful. This is how I manifest. It's really that simple. There's no magical potion to manifesting. You just focus on it. That's why you don't tell people when good things are happening, because if they don't want it to happen, you know what they do? They use their power of visualization to see you failing. People do that. Saddest fact of life is the saddest thing I had to learn about human beings is that even the people that love you, who will be afraid about what you're getting and how it's going to change you, will visualize you failing. So you want divine and perfect health? See it. That's how you're going to manifest it. This is great because you know what? I get bored to death with readings that are just about love, 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 love. Although it is the biggest thing, because it's the hardest thing it's the hardest thing to obtain, because you can't buy it. You can't force it into your life, you know. It is your birthright, but you have to open up to it, and you have to do a lot of inner work on yourself so that you can draw the greatest gift of all time. So I get it that there's a lot of a need for love readings, but I just get bored. I want to talk about something else in life that probably could even lead us more to love quicker, faster, better if we paid attention to the other things, like the other things, messages, you know, the medicine messages. You know, you don't like to take the medicine, but you got to like choke it down because it's going to give you health, right? Here's the medicine. The medicine is somebody needs to work on their insecurities. You damn sure need to work on your pride and your ego, because that shit came up 3 fucking times. 3 times. That's an omen, man. Saying, make a commitment to go forward. Make a commitment to go forward fearlessly, right? Make a commitment to go forward, because You can be so scared that you start, like some days your chest is up and big and you're brave, and then it's like you take a few steps and then your leg starts shaking and then your voice starts doing this and then you back out. This card is saying don't do that. Don't back out. Go back in. Go in. Go within, like this feminine energy decided to do. She didn't have to go into the bunker to be a bunker bitch, but she said, I'm sick and tired of it, and I need to go and do this healing, and I need to do this healing now because I want to live a rich and beautiful life, and I can't do that if I'm not in my divine and perfect health, which we already know is going to be resolved. We already know that your good health is on the way. The only thing that can stop that is you. You sabotaging. Right? But the devil is the greatest saboteur, and he will always be right up under your ass. So you know what? Sometimes it's kind of good to know that the devil's riding you, because the devil doesn't hang out with people who ain't doing shit, because he doesn't need to worry about them, right? He worries about the people who are going to come into their gifting, come into their light, and live a beautiful life on his domain. The earth is the dominion of the devil. So he doesn't want you prospering on his platform. He wants to stop you. And he came up twice. Devil came up twice. So divine and perfect health means healing that devil. And you got to choose to empower yourself. That's what this woman is doing. She's choosing to empower herself instead of giving all her power away to everybody else. You know, just some days it's like, you know, there's the people that I feel bad for people pleasers. I really do. I couldn't wait. I couldn't hemorrhage my energy in that way, trying to people please. Maybe somebody needs to heal that because that came out of me. Let's see what else Carolyn Mays on your deck. Give me something else about make the commitment to move forward fearlessly. Because this person is moving forward fearlessly. No, I want to shuffle this way. All right. See, but you're moving forward fearlessly. Tell me more about you moving forward fearlessly. About making that commitment. What's the lesson that you want to... Okay, thank you. To seek God in all things. To seek God in all things. You know where I see God the most? When I'm outside. When I'm outside, the Church of the Great Outdoors. That's why I call it the Church of the Great Outdoors. Because it's really where I see God. I see God in the birds. I see him in the clouds. In the sunset, in the sunrise. Oh, especially when the sun is setting. Because I'm never up when the sun is rising, right? If I'm up when the sun is rising, I'm probably not a happy camper. So the sunset is equally as beautiful. But I see God there. I see God in the ocean. When the ocean's I see him in a beautiful landscape. So I don't know where you see God or how you see God or what God is to you, but see that in all things, and that will help you move. And it's either helping you to move forward fearlessly because you're finally seeing that, or it will help you to move forward. One or the other. Take it as it resonates. Reclaim your power. Did we say that already? No, I didn't. Because the card that came out said choose to empower yourself. Right? You people pleaser, you empower yourself. Please yourself. And that's how you're going to reclaim your power. That's how you're going to reclaim your power. Here you are, bucket naked, and you finally woke up to know that the strings that the devil was holding, sign of Capricorn, ain't got shit on you. What was the words Denzel said? Some ain't got shit on me. I forgot what he said about it not having shit on him, but yeah. Be like Denzel in that movie Training Day. People ain't got shit on me. No, they do not. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to do Yoga Preacher. Let's get an overall energy on this message that we're talking about. Somebody getting freed from the devil. Somebody walking away to be a bunker person, to do the healing. Somebody's going into the dark night of the soul. I just heard it. See, because she's going into a dark place. If you don't know what the dark night of the soul is, please Google it. Because I don't want, this is 44 minutes in this reading. I don't want another hour reading. Somebody's going into the dark night of the soul to do some healing, to really look at themselves. Because when it's dark and you're by yourself, what do you have? Give yourself. And all your feelings. Because you can do magic. You can do anything your heart desires. All you have to do to make that magic happen is practice visualization. That's what I did. When I had my double hip replacement, I wouldn't even let the doctors say anything negative. The anesthesiologist had the nerve to say, well, I don't remember something about the anesthesia. If it doesn't wear off in the way that it should. No, stop. Please don't say that. Because now you're just speaking that into existence. You think I'm kidding? I really speak like this. And they respect it. They respect it. Because I'm using my magic for the power of visualization. And guess what happened? I mean, I had my second surgery in December. And yesterday, I did hurt my ankle a little. My ankle was a little sore when I woke up this morning because I was running around doing things. I sometimes forget that I had a double hip replacement in the ending of 2021. And what did I do? I used the magic of visualization. I see myself running. I see myself climbing mountains. I see myself dancing and skipping and playing hopscotch, pain free. And I took it to the level where I wouldn't let anybody say, if you said, I had a friend that said, that sucks. Don't fucking tell me my condition sucks. Take that back right now. Take that back. If somebody says something like that to you, you stop them, you say, take that back, and either say something different or just say, I do not receive those words. Somebody needs to take this seriously. Because I'll tell you what you can do, and I'll tell you what most people do. I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. Oh, I'm in pain, I'm sick, I'm terrible, I suck, I can't, I'm never gonna get over this. It hurts. What am I gonna do? And that's the magic you're making. Stop doing that. That's why you tune in. I mean, why else are you watching this? I have, on average, I don't know, anytime, sometimes 15, sometimes 20, sometimes 30 views on my videos. So 20 to 30 people are watching this. And you best believe that healing is real. That what I'm telling you is real. This is your message. Healing is real. How many times do I say that? Healing is real. And you're going to visualize yourself coming into divine and perfect health. Remember the charms in the beginning. We pulled out the health and the skull. The ending of a medical issue. You know? Yesterday, sometimes I say, I do. Sometimes I forget. You know? And then my body reminds me, you know? I'm like, I want to go out tonight. I want to go out dancing, right? There's an event I want to go to, and I keep saying, do I want to go or should I take a bath? Do I want to go or do I want to? Like, my spirit is already there, like in my little black little dress, and I'll wear pointy toes, you know, shoes, the fancy, but I won't wear a heel. I can't really wear heels right now. I'm not gonna. If I wear a heel, it's gonna be the one I wore last time, which was like tiny little. But I have a choice to make. Do I want to go out and do I want to visualize myself out there dancing? Or do I want to say, you know what, you did a lot yesterday, and listen to my body and you know, get into Epsom salt bubble bath? I think I'll know by the end of this reading what I'm going to do. Okay, what else? 10-10, because everything you ever wanted. Healing is real. And this is everything. 10-10 to me means it is your birthright to manifest whatever you desire. And people say, like, it's really that simple, but it's not. Like, if you hold your visualization and you hold your vision about what you want and you believe it and you grab onto it like a dog to a bone, it will happen. But you know what? Most people will this is where make a commitment comes in. They'll think about it. They'll see whatever it is that they want. They'll see themselves being successful and they'll hold on to it and they'll visualize what that's like all day. And then the next day they'll be like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if that's possible. And then it's like, you just wiped away all the magic you did yesterday because you threw in, you spit on your magic and now you got to start all over again. And you're wondering why nothing's happening. Make a commitment. Hold on to your vision. Hold on to it like your life depends on it. Another oh, you know what? Let's do this. Remember that in the beginning we had the Hierophant who finally learned his lesson about this is about love. The Four of Wands is a union, a marriage, a partnership, a twin flame union. Let's see what you have to say, Yoga Preacher, about that. What? Oh, apparently 3 cards and 1 fell to the floor. Oh, I gotta get that one. Because that one is important because I spent all of 2020 experiencing this very thing. And this is why this card came out of me when I was building this deck. Lemons to lemonade. To make a lot of lemonade with all those lemons. I had a lot of lemons in 2020. And I made a lot of lemonade. And I'm drinking lemonade every day from that. So, let's go. Now, I made this card because one of my biggest transformations happened at the Tony Robbins Unleash the Power event. I will never forget that for the rest of my life. 4 of the hardest days I've ever had to work. And I watched Tony, the man. He's like, I say, if Archangel Michael was a person, it would be Tony Robbins, because the man is freaking huge. His hand is like this big. It's like 2 of my hands. And the theme song was Let's Go. And we jumped up and down to that song every single day. And when I hear it now, it brings me back to that moment. I watched Tony Robbins get on stage with the AC blowing. You can see his clothes blowing from the AC while we're all bundled up, freezing our asses off. This alien is standing there, big as day, in front of 21,000 people. I never saw him take a break. I never saw that man eat anything. I know when I went to go get my lunch, this is at the arena, I forget the name of the arena in New Jersey. I would run, get my food, eating and running because he doesn't stop. And you can hear him still talking to get back to my seat because you can't bring food to your seat. So it's incredible. It's incredible how much power he had. And so this song came from the theme song, Let's Go, by Calvin something. It's not Hobbs, Calvin something. Just Google it on YouTube Music and blast that shit and jump up and down and believe in it. Because your soul team, you're being supported. You're being supported. So it's either you're being supported and you don't know it, or you're finally realizing that you have a spiritual team supporting you and they're around you and you're finally recognizing that. And if you recognize that, tap into the energy because they want to help. Spirit guides want to help. and if you want, we had pray last week, keep praying. I don't care what you pray to. And here's the bathtub. This is self-care. I don't know if that message is for me because I'd see that I'm going dancing or I'm going to take a 4-hour bath tonight because my baths are like 4-hour baths. Tell the truth and speak up on the bottom of the deck. That's pretty much this card here, the Ace of Swords. But this is the kind of truth that comes from the hand of heaven. There's a spiritual connection with this truth. Okay? I need to move forward fearlessly, but I need to talk. Oh, it's getting better. I can talk better now. I can say what I need to say, and my voice is not quivering because I got the energy out. I got all the quivers out. I got all the fear. moving forward fearlessly. Legs are shaking. That's what I did when I had pain in my hips all of 2020 and 2021 when I take a walk, because I had to keep moving. Even though I was in pain, I would walk and I would feel my legs shaking in pain and weakness. But I kept walking. I kept walking. I moved forward fearlessly. Somebody needs to do that too, whether you're taking baby steps with your legs shaking or your throat. And my God, I'm getting emotional about it because it's the truth. Being fearless doesn't mean you wait for the fear to go away. You're badass when you can do it with the fear. You know what? I'm going to throw in, oh no, before I do that. Well, it looks like this is going to be another 55 minutes. I don't know. Spirit hits me, I just keep going. I like to make them short because they take so long to upload, but you know what? You'll get this message exactly when you need to get it. 2, 3, slit out. Do something different. Change your look. That's what I did. I changed my look. I changed it so much I had to tone it down. I changed it so much I had to tone it down. I'm like, okay, take it down a notch here. Do something different to change your look. Cut your hair. Lose 15 pounds. That'll make you look different. Wear creative makeup. A new outfit. But just do something different. Spring is sprung. The grass is riz. Tell me where the flowers is. So, the yin yang. We did have I think this is yin, and that's yang. I think. Don't quote me. But this came out in the charms, but this one didn't. It was only half the ring. But it came up in the design today. So, what does this say? It says, you are going into the dark night of the soul. Good luck. This too shall pass. I can't even believe I'm saying that, because what did I tell you about Googling the dark night of the soul? That's what this person is in. So this is confirmation that somebody is going through the dark night of the soul. Let me tell you something. I know you already graduated, because this Hierophant went into the dark night of the soul, came out, see the light of the tunnel with his lessons learned, but there's another, you have to go back down there again. You have to go back into the dark night of the soul again. It's uncomfortable. It's facing all your shadowy shit, but you're going to come out brighter than ever. I promise you. You look at those things, you come out brighter than ever. It is difficult to go through. So just accept, because in acceptance, there's peace. Accept that this dark night of the soul work is going to be very difficult, but it's going to be worth it. Because you have to move through these insecurities and the pride and the ego and whatever it is that's holding you back energetically. You got to go through this, because you know what you're after. You know what you're after. And to get there, you got to go through some shit. Give space so things can grow, and be patient. So give some space to you and other things and other people, or give space so that the universe can help you. Give them some space. Make a wish. I got make a wish card. I'm surprised I didn't just leave it blank. I'm sure I did. I did leave one blank, but and I wrote make a wish. So let's make a wish. Make a wish. This is how you do magic. You know, again, it's not something you got to stir up in a pot. Shove up your nose, spin around 3 times. You just got to visualize it, make a wish, and actually put some intention behind that. So, on the count of 3, let's make a wish together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Make your wish. I made my wish. I hope you made yours too. But before we close this out, I saw this little deck. A reader had gave the creator a shout out on this deck. Excuse me. Reading tarot and telling stories makes you really thirsty. You'll notice a lot of tarot readers, they cough a lot. Or have to drink water. Or when they start doing readings, the throat will close up. Happens to a lot of readers. And I think the more it closes up, it's more of the truth that needs to come out. So anyway, I saw this on her. She gave the person a shout out. And it's cute, but she said, excuse me, I just gotta get this. There's one little tickle right there. Okay. So brace yourself, because the messages in this, they're not all light and fluffy. So if we get a light and fluffy message, that's a damn good thing. But give us some overall energy, please, on this wonderful healing of going into the dark night of the soul, making a commitment, moving forward fearlessly, saying goodbye to the devil, saying bye-bye to bad habits and toxic things, saying bye-bye to giving all your power to other people, saying hello to a journey of a loving partnership. Not just a partnership, but a loving partnership. Not just a friend where you're platonic. This is love. And that's on this table. The only two cards that came up about love was this divine partnership, because this partnership is divine. This isn't just somebody who's beautiful who likes you. This isn't just about options, because it's not about options, it's about two people. And then this is about two people. But outside of that, everything else here has been about the journey to healing, the journey to the truth, moving forward fearlessly, divine and perfect health, finally having a vision, getting ready to move forward, endings of things that no longer serve, the ending of secrets. Remember, we found that too, and the ego. So a lot of stuff that you have to work out and work through before you have any of what these two cards represent, the love and the divine union. There's a lot of stuff, man, a lot of stuff, but it's possible. And how fast you move through this is how deep are you willing to dive in. There's nothing jumping out on, okay, this one, finally. If this card didn't jump out, I wasn't gonna read. I was thinking maybe this little deck carries super powerful stuff, let me tell you. Victimizer. Somebody's playing the victim. It's always happening. Manipulator, attacker, steals, deceiver, dark energy. And then it says rapist or molester. So, see what I mean? That's the end of the devil. This is everything all that demonic devil energy. Ending. It's ending. I'm hearing it's ending. It's ending. Anything else? I'm just going to run through this. And if it doesn't jump out, I'm not going to force. I'm not even going to break the deck. Oh, okay. Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, there you were. Hold on, you guys. Oh, gotta make the sound. Oh, of course, I can't pick. Okay. Because I've got short nails. I have to have short nails. I play the violin, so. Well, I'm trying. I don't know if I play well. Broke. See what I'm saying? This is like broke. Bad credit, struggling, unpaid bills, loans, unemployment, overspending. Somebody needs to get a grip. Somebody needs to get a grip. You need to get a grip of your money. Somebody's playing the victim. All right, one more pass. I'm going to go one way through, and then I'm not. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. Okay, what do we have? Oh, one flew right out. So, what does it say? Forgetting. Reminiscing. I got forgetting and reminiscing. I'm going to put that back in because I don't know which side it was on. So I don't know what to focus on. And I don't have time to be digging deep into my intuition for the answer. So domestic violence, abusive. It's abuse in all forms, unhappy, possessive, jealous, insecure, and controlling. So you know what? Bottom of this deck is awakened. Somebody is waking up. Oh, that's the new moon. This is like kind of like the new moon. That was yesterday. So what happened yesterday? Something happened on Thursday? I tell you what, somebody who's broke, who's a victimizer, And there's some domestic violence and abuse and unhappiness. That's a lot to heal. It's a lot to unpack and heal. I know that's not as bright and cheery, but it's the truth. Somebody needs to heal that. I'm going to end this with the angel answers. Well, it kind of bummed me out. But I felt like, I only bring out the cards I feel guided to. And I heard specifically, bring out all the cards need to be different, so we don't keep getting some of the same messages from last week, or we can get the same message, but in different cards. And the only cards that I'm playing again are the 2 decks that I created, but and this angel answers. So angels answering, what do you want the seeker, the viewer, to know about all these little toxic things that they have to heal in the dark night of the soul? Angel answers, is there something here about this person that they need to know about going into the dark night of the soul to heal their toxic ways and patterns and behaviors and thinking? Oh, a year from now, it's probably going to take you a year. If you've been toxic and playing the victim, or you've been abused, or you've been, all those things. And if you've been in that even half your life, struggling through that, don't you think it's going to take more than a year to heal it? People they've been doing something, I smoked cigarettes for 18 years. And I vowed to quit before I went into teacher training, for yoga teacher training, because I didn't want to be a hypocrite, smoking cigarettes all day. It's the worst thing I can put into my body for my lungs. And it was hard. I had to ask friends to help me. It was the hardest addiction ever. But I smoked for 18 years. I thought I could just go cold turkey. It didn't turn out like that. Eventually I went cold turkey, but I had to get on and off the wagon so many times before I was successful. But I kept moving forward fearlessly because I wanted to get rid of that demon. And it took more than a year. But this is saying in a year. So if you can do all this work and this healing in a year, please teach people. Tell them how you did it, because it's fast. Look for a sign. You have one here if you're looking for one. That's your sign. Or if you see numbers, just look for a sign. You'll know. You'll know when it's your sign. Because you got big, happy changes coming. So let me just say this to you, and then we're going to end this. If I told you that if you spent a year being in the dark night of the soul, and you had to sacrifice a lot of the things that your flesh is used to getting what it wants, and it would be a hard year. You'd have to be away from people, so you can't be distracted, because people distraction is the worst. It's the best. It's actually, it's not the worst way. It's the best way to sabotage yourself, is by distracting yourself through other people. What if I told you, if you did the work for 1 year, sacrificed 1 year for the rest of your life to be slap happy, would you make a commitment and move forward fearlessly, knowing that in a year, all the things you want to heal that are going to feel like shit while you're healing it? Because healing doesn't tickle. Unless you're laughing, laughter is healing. But let's talk about the kind of healing that people avoid. When you do go into healing, healing is actually very, very uncomfortable. Give me an overall energy. Yeah. Romance dropped to the table. That's interesting, because we didn't have a whole lot of romance in this reading, right? But we did have a little glimpse. What we did get was a little glimpse. Somebody learned the lesson that maybe that this was more important to them than they realized, or more important than they cared to admit. You know what? I'm going to be fun. Let's do something fun right now. There's a yes, and then there's a no card in here. Let's see. Should Darlene go out dancing tonight? Because if I'm not going out dancing, I'm going to be in that tub for 4 hours with a glass of wine and with my Epsom salt, my bubble baths, and my Lux bath bombs, which is sounding pretty good right now. But I also made a commitment to myself to get out of the house and go out socializing at least once a week. And if I don't have an event to go to, then I would go to some restaurant and just go to the bar and just have a drink. So, yes or no? Am I going out tonight? Dancing? Am I going out? Yes or no? Show me yes, show me no. What is Darlene doing? Ah! I got a yes. I hope you had a beautiful day. I hope you did something fun. And I hope you do something fun tonight, because it looks like I'm going to be dusting off my flats and my cute little black dress and going out and having a good time. So stay tuned for the pictures of the videos. And I really do hope that you stay committed to your healing.